Hello there. Welcome to the Pooh Finger Podcast with me, Wayne Cooper, and Mr. Lee Neal.
Hello.
And over in the corner, he's got shit stains in his undies, much like Ted Bundy's. It's Campaign.
Yeah, I don't know if I should accept that one or not.
Because he died by electric chair, he most likely shot himself.
He probably did, yeah.
You've probably got a lot in common.
Oh, okay. We're both going to get the chair. Well,
No, you both got shit stains in your pants.
Oh, right, okay.
It's just his was from the chair, yours is just because you're scrot.
Fucking hell. Hello, everyone.
You sat on the throne, you gotta go fast. Helping along with the Pooh Finger Podcast. We talk a lot of shit, why don't you listen and see? Now you're fingering with Camp with me. If you're on the job and you don't want to last, just think of the guys at the Pooh Finger Podcast. So play along at home, and if you like what we do, like and subscribe and follow the Pooh. Like and subscribe with the finger right up your bum.
This week we are talking serial killers. We're getting all serious and shit. Ooh. But we need to state and front load this episode with a statement of we do not condone any of the shit that these fuckers did. No. And they are the most evil people that have ever walked the earth.
Yes, and we do not condone any of their actions.
No.
Nor do we glorify it.
No.
Yeah, for once, do not drive us home.
And we don't mean to disrespect any victims in any way.
No.
Like, when we're making jokes, we're purely trying to lighten the mood because of how horrendous this shit is. And as you know, we are the Pooh Finger Podcast, and we are very light-hearted boys. And this is some seriously deep subject matter.
Yeah, it's a pretty serious one, isn't it?
Yeah, we've not gone serious before, but we're going to try and keep it light-hearted without being disrespectful.
Absolutely.
Or as disrespectful as the Australia Day episode. But in a different way.
I mean, I guess in a way, it's, you know, the reason we're doing this is because it's the anniversary of Jeffrey Dahmer getting executed, so...
Rest in peace, bricks.
There we are. So we're already kind of like shitting on their legacy a bit.
Yeah, I've set a buzzer, so whenever we're done talking about one of these fuckers, we can just...
Rest in peace, bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in piss, pricks.
Absolutely rest in piss.
R.I.P.P. So yeah, without further ado, let's...
talk about some murderers.
Get serious.
And stick our fingers in poo.
Yeah.
Hey, lower the tone. It wasn't me for once. The greatest of all time is what we're gonna choose. Which one is the best and which ones are just poo? Normally this would be the goat, but seeing as we're talking about bastards, we're gonna call it the scroat this week, which stands for Supreme Cunt Rag of All Time.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's an acronym. It spells out scroat. So that's what we're talking about. Who is the Supreme Cunt Rag of All Time? Let's find out by assigning some numbers.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Howard Shipman?
4. Marilyn Manson. Not Marilyn Manson. Charles Manson.
Ah.
Because he didn't actually kill anybody.
No, he's got.
But he's always lumped in with all these serial killers, isn't he? So.
You say he's innocent?
No, I'm saying he's innocent of murder. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he probably did murder people, but like as far as we know.
Yeah.
Well, let's not get into this just yet.
Yeah. This could get fucking heavy real quick, bro.
Right. Let's roll the appropriately named die.
1.
3. Me.
Fuck off.
Ooh.
Had a campaign start for a while.
Indeed. Oh, man. You had to, didn't you?
So I talked over it.
Well, my choice is H.H. Holmes, and it's not so much about the man, it's about what he did. H.H. Holmes was best known for his murder castle, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to go through the man first. For starters, the guy looks a little bit like if Carl Pilkington was in Red Dead Redemption 2. Right? He's got Carl
But with a moustache.
Basically, that's what I mean. He's got Carl Pilkington's face, but he's got the little bowler hat on top of his head, and he's got one of those moustaches that you'd expect to see on, like, well, in a western from that sort of era, you know, with all
he's got a twirly moustache, a bowler hat.
No, it's not one of the twirly ones. It's one of those ones that looks like a... No, he's got a droopy one that goes like...
he's...
a horseshoe almost. Yeah.
Sorry, I got confused with my moustaches there.
That's all right.
Or moustache, as some people call it. Never understood that.
Yeah, the guy himself, as I say, he actually deserves a bit of credit in one way. Not for the crimes, nothing like that
architecture.
Again. Yeah. It's just for the sheer effort he went to for this murder castle.
The engineering was pretty insane.
Yeah. So, basically, before his murder castle, in his slightly earlier days, he was more of a con artist and a shyster. He had, like, loads of marriages all across, like, numerous states. He had... forgery things against him, swindling, insurance fraud, horse theft, all sorts of things like that. But, yeah, it's the murder castle that everyone knows him for.
Yeah.
The only way I can describe it is, you know when you see films where you got someone staying in an old house, and let's say there's, say that the eyes are moving in the paintings, and then there's, I don't know, we keep hearing noises in the walls. That's because that's exactly what this house was. It was kind of like a hotel in a way. And so how we're doing it a castle, I don't know.
It was a hotel that he built for the Great Exhibition.
Yeah.
The World Fair, sorry.
Yes, that's right.
Because he knew that he'd get thousands of people wanting rooms, so he sold them for cheap, and he knew that it was all travellers, all foreigners and stuff that come from all over the world.
Yeah.
And he could just fucking get away with murking them off, taking all the money and having a little fun with it.
Yeah.
In his mind.
Yeah, he had all sorts of things where, like, behind a dresser, there was just like a chute, so we could show someone up to a room and go, oh, yes, this is your room, this is where you were staying, here's the bathroom, if you'd like to take a look, and as they look in, smack, clunk them on the head, move the dresser, down the chute, there you go, into his little murder basement.
Yeah, the engineering and the architect, and the way he built it as well was, like, because obviously these were death trap rooms, but he got in multiple contractors, like, so that he could stay shady and, like, get them to build sections at a time. So he'd, like, give them the plans that he's made. He's like, right, I need you to build this room for me, and they go, oh yeah, that's nothing out of the ordinary. Build it. Right, I need you to build this room. Well, that's nothing out of the ordinary, except what's this 2-foot space between the rooms? That's for old H.H. Holmes to know about, not you.
Come and have a look at this room. Clonk down the shaft into the murder basement.
But didn't he have some rooms that were, like, completely inescapable as well? Like, as soon as he shut the door, like, it cannot be opened again.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. I don't know how he did it. I don't know, fucking bricked them in or something.
He'd pump gas into them as well. He had some where he'd had direct lines with a gas that he could pump in to kill them. And like you say, with the chute count, he actually had literal chutes, like, stashed all around the place that went down to, like, one spot. I think it went down to his furnace, didn't it?
I
believe. Right. So that like, you just burn all the bodies, take all the jewellery. Fucking...
It's almost a bit Sweeney Todd, that, isn't it?
It is,
shoot.
It's really Sweeney Todd.
I'll put a picture out on the Twitter. There's people who have drawn up, like, plans of how this mocked up plans of how this might have looked, and I kid you not, it's like something out of Scooby-Doo. It really is. It's actually quite comical. If you didn't know it was used for fucking murder, it looked like something out of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
it
it's
really
like... Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah,
it's like a weird, very weird building. Yeah, but I think it was in New Orleans. I think
Chicago. Mainly.
Chicago, that's it. The Chicago World Fair.
A very interesting theory about him. That actually he was also Jack the Ripper.
Yes, because
he spent a bit of time in London when the Ripper murders were going on, and then when they stopped, he'd vanished. He'd gone back to America. Yeah, and they've done, like, handwriting analysis between, like, letters from them both, and it's the same handwriting.
Yeah.
Well, it was active between 1891 and 1894. It was executed 1896. But yeah, the most notorious crimes took place in Chicago around the time of the World's Columbian Exposition in 1893.
Why did I think it was 1837?
Not too sure. You've been watching Back to the Future or something?
Oh no! When I was researching the quizzy for later, and there was a part of my specific details for my research that I was doing, and H.H. Holmes came up as not 1837, or was that when he was born? No, because he died when he was like in his. He was only like in his early 30s, wasn't he?
He was born 1861.
What the fuck? Oh no, my quiz might be completely wrong, guys. But anyway.
But yeah, it's a really interesting pick. Like, that is quite a fascinating one to look into.
Because his motivations, because he's like famous as being like the first noteworthy serial killer in America, isn't he?
Yeah,
like,
that's it, exactly, isn't it? America's first serial killer.
Yeah.
If memory serves,
although he wasn't.
Yeah.
The first recorded serial killer. Yeah.
Serial killing's been going around since the dawn of man.
Yeah. But his murders were monetary.
Yeah.
Like, so that was his driving force for his murders, which is not the driving force for almost every other serial killer that's ever been documented.
It was quite like the link between, as you said, he was very much a fraudster, a con man.
Yeah.
It just escalated and escalated. Like, the con kept getting bigger until it was like, well, now we're going to do this. This is the next step.
This will be the ultimate con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to build this, like, unstoppable fucking hotel.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I just found it. Despite his confession of 27 murders, including some people who were verifiably still alive, Holmes was convicted and sentenced to death for only one murder, that of business partner and accomplice Benjamin Peetzel. It is believed he also killed 3 of Peetzel's children, as well as 3 mistresses, the child of one mistress and the sister of another. And he was hung on May 7th, 1896.
We got a good hanging.
Yeah, he got hung by the neck until dead.
Yeah, and then shit himself.
Yeah. Another thing you got in common with a serial killer count.
That's not one of those things, like, not all blonde people have blue eyes, because I'm not a serial killer. Yeah.
No, but you've always got poop in your pants.
Yeah. No, you have to come.
A lot of serial killers end up with poop in their pants.
So if anyone's playing along with their serial killer bingo card, that's one you can tick off.
Yeah.
Poop in the pants.
Yeah. But I say you have to kill more than one person to be a serial killer, so I've got that going for me. Yeah. Anyway, James, it's my choice.
Great choice. I can go on about all of these people all night, because I have a very morbid fascination with serial killers, like the way they tick and the way, like, their motivations for doing what they did, and like how someone could be so depraved to do the things that these people do. I find the
psychology of it is fascinating.
It's insane, like literally insane, like, because especially when you get into.
But then some of them aren't.
Yeah, some of them are completely illogical. Some of them make sense. Like some of them, like, you just wonder how human beings can do these kind of things to other human beings, like utterly depraved people. Like, it's crazy. But I'm sure we'll get to them further down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1.
Yes.
Wow, so we're back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Fuck you and your run of always being first.
So I've had about 6 episodes where I've been first and I in a row.
So, my choice is the one and only Edmund Emil Kemper III.
Not to be confused with Kempin III.
Yes, exactly. Another thing you got in common with a serial killer count is a bit close. First 4 letters of your name.
Yeah.
So, Ed Kemper, the co-ed killer. This guy I've been thinking along, because I've read about hundreds of serial killers. Like, back in the day, when I was a young man of only 18 years old, I worked at the British Hang Gliding and Paragliding Association, where I was an office junior. I was there on a 6-month contract. And me being the hard-working, ethical man that I am, said, right, what have you got for me to do at this office? And they're like, right, well, you file away all the memberships and you add new memberships onto the database and you retract the dead ones that come in daily, because hang gliding is one of the most dangerous things you could possibly do. And,
there's not much room for error in hang gliding, is there?
Yeah, and I was in the head office that dealt with all, like, you have to be a fully qualified member and basically have pilot's licenses to fly these things. And so I'd be like, right, okay, so they've given me all my work. I've done it in an hour. Like, right, what do I do for the next 7 hours? And I'd ask them for more work. We've not got any work for you. Just sit at your desk, be quiet, don't bother anyone. It was like just a little office with like 3 people on my level, an accountant on the next floor, and then the boss. Just all old people, basically, and me. And so I was like, right, well, I've got the internet, I've got a Mac, going on the internet, and I found this website called crimelibrary.com. And I don't know how I came across it. And it's just had all, like, the most detailed reports on every serial killer and predator you can possibly imagine. And including, like, forensic files and just load, all the evidence you could eat. And so I would literally spend 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, just reading about these psychopaths and all the thing, like all their psychiatry reports and things like that, and their interviews. And anyway, so I spent 6 months reading about serial killers essentially, and the one that always like, I was sifting through them all in my head earlier. Like, there's some crazy ones like the Russian dude.
Butcher of Bloodstock or whatever it was.
Something like that, yeah, I can't remember what his name was now. Andrei Chikhlov or something weird.
Yeah.
Something fucking Russian. But the one that just jumped out today when I was thinking about it was fucking Ed Kemper. Like, because this guy, like, you can see footage of him, like interviews with him. He's still alive today. Yeah. He was active in the 70s. Born in 1948. In the US, obviously, California, known as the co-ed killer. He was convicted of 10 kills, which doesn't really seem a lot, but when you think about it, 1 or more is a lot.
Yeah.
It's too many. But
that's only what he's been convicted of.
Yeah. And like,
normally there's a lot more.
But the thing that stands out to me is, like, because his dad left when he was tiny, and essentially as he was growing up, his mum was like, he is the spitting image of his dad.
Yeah,
he is his dad in every way, because he grew to be like 6 foot. What was it, 6'7"?
Yeah, he's a big guy, wasn't he? But again, that's bad parents. Another one off the bingo card.
Yeah, that's it. So his dad had fucked off. His mum was a raging alcoholic. Beat him bingo all the time. Yeah, there you go. The alcoholic mum. And beat him all the time. I'm pretty sure he was sexually abused at some point. Yeah. And she got fed up with him, and all she wanted to do was go around being a slag.
Yeah.
So she sent him off to the grandparents. I'm not sure if it was her mum and dad or the husband's mum and dad that fucked up. And anyway, so he gets to his grandparents, loves his grandparents, but his grandma is a complete bitch to his granddad, who he fucking adores. And at the age of 15, he's had enough. So he goes downstairs. Grandma's fucking going crazy at him. She's worse than his mum was to him. So another one, tick. All the family abusing him. Apart from his granddad, he's got the one loving family member. Like, walks out the kitchen, gets a rifle, walks back in, blows Granny away, shoots her, like, I think he shot her once in the back of the head, if I remember rightly, and then shot her like 5 times. Just shot the dead body for a bit in the kitchen. And then he's like, right, what do I do now? And I'm sure I'm missing loads, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to it. But I'm trying to condense it.
We've only got 10 minutes each to talk, so we've got to do footnotes a little bit.
But then Grandpa pulls up in the truck, just come back from shopping. Grandpa adored Grandma, and he's like, I can't let Grandad see Grandma in that way. It'll fucking break his heart. Walks out, hi Grandad, bang, dead. Grandpa's down. Hands himself in. And gets tested. He pleads insanity, because Ed Kemper, super fucking intelligent, super bright guy.
That one probably won't be on your bingo card.
It could be the high IQ. There's a lot of them had.
It's about 50-50. They're either very low IQ or very high IQ.
Yeah, it's like either end of the range.
It's quite rare that it's the middle ground.
Yeah, some sort of narcissism.
Edmund Kemper, even at 15, is like, well, he gets sent to juvie, obviously, but then decides I can get a shorter sentence if I plead insanity. Pleads insanity, pretends to be insane, gets into the insane asylum, starts befriending the wardens. They start giving him shit, so he's getting fucking textbooks and things like that, learning about psychiatry and mental health and all this stuff to learn how to trick all of the tests to get out of the hospital. And if you're discharged from the hospital, you don't have to go to prison because you're fine. Like, you're not responsible for your crimes. Yeah. And so he did all that, got out early at like the age of like 20 or something, I think it was, like, or 19. Moves back in with abusive mum. Anyway, I'm going to cut this dead short. Ends up murdering his mum. Well, he murdered a few people beforehand, and he would bury it, like, because his mum always said, you'll always be a virgin. Like, you'll always be a virgin. You're never going to get any pussy. You're useless. You're just like your dad. He starts picking up hitchhikers, college hitchhikers, murdering them, beheading them, fucking the skull, and then burying it in the garden just outside his mum's window with the head positioned in a way that it would be looking at her. And so that in his mind, he's like, that's a fuck you, mum, because I fucked these girls.
Okay.
Then ends up...
Very dark one.
Yeah.
Ends up decapitating his mum, fucking her corpse. He was big into necrophilia.
Sounds it.
Yeah, he used to frequent a police bar and befriended all the local police officers, and when they'd find the bodies that he'd stashed, he'd be there chuckling like, oh, where did you find this one? And like, he'd get in on the cop conversations because they all treated him as a buddy. They were like, he was practically a cop. He knew everything about cop stuff.
But then he'd also know their next move.
Yeah.
So it's quite clever.
That's it, yeah, and he was constantly ahead of it. The only way they caught him is because he called one of his best cop buddies that was in the bar and was like, yeah, you're going to find... He's like, I've got something to tell you. I'm the co-ed killer. And he confessed it to him. And this guy was like, fuck off, Ed. You know what you're talking about. You're one of us. And he was like, no, I'll give you the location of one of the victims if you want. And he was like, so you go to this place, you'll find the body. Go to this place, you're going to find a head filled with semen. Boom. Handed himself in. Been there ever since.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Like, the mindset, like, that is super condensed. There's so much more to it that we can't fit into 10 minutes. But Mindhunter, a little honourable mention, Mindhunter, the guy that played Ed Kemper is the most 100% spot on.
Oh, that's a very good series. I haven't checked it out.
Oh,
it's
dude,
on my list.
It's so good because the guy that plays Ed Kemper looks exactly like him.
Yeah.
He's the same size and he's studied every single tape and it's note for note the same. Like the cadence and everything.
Because they then follow someone else. And I'm completely blanking on the killer's name, but again, it's based on a real one where he basically got famous and he ended up going like talk shows and stuff and he become like a celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like reporting on his own case and like writing books on his own case, but he was actually the killer.
Oh.
But he kind of got away with it for longer because he was like this famous figure.
Yeah.
And he kind of hid behind fame. Yeah, that's a really wild one.
But I'd definitely recommend Mindhunter for any people interested in serial killers. And Ed Kemper, it's like a villain of the week thing.
Yeah.
With meeting the different serial killers, but Ed Kemper recurs in it because he's helping them. Because it's all about the FBI and when they first start noticing serial killers and the patterns and stuff, and they interview him. They get an interview with him, and then it's kind of like, right now we can understand how serial killers work because he's telling them how they work.
Yeah.
But all of his dialogue is taken from actual interviews, like the real life interviews. It's fucking incredible. Give it a watch. Sorry, I've taken too much time.
That's all right.
Over to you, Mr. Neil. Won't even roll the dice for this one.
Open brackets. I'd say add another 5 minutes on.
Nope. Ed
Take
Kemper.
2.
So my pick for the scrotum, I think this one might have a little bit of recency bias, but it's the UK's most recent serial killer.
Ooh.
Lucy Letby.
Oh, night.
Yeah. So she was the same age as me. So she was born in 1990, and it's like,
ooh. It's weird, isn't it?
So basically she was a neonatal nurse that started killing off the babies.
Just a quick one. My wife is a qualified neonatal nurse, so this one hit home for me as well.
Yeah. I work in the NHS. I have seen the fallout of this.
Yeah.
And yeah, my partner's training to be a paediatric nurse, so we've followed this one very closely.
It's sickening.
It is sickening. I think there's a few reasons why I find this one the most fascinating. One of them being that she doesn't tick any of the boxes on the serial killer bingo card.
Yeah.
So with serial killers, there's 9 times out of 10 there's a pattern. They've had a bad upbringing. They've been abused.
Yeah.
Then they go to abusing animals. Yeah. And then they go on to like being abusive to their partners. Like there's always an escalation, and there's always you see the cause, you see the root of it, and then it just gets worse, worse, worse. For her, there's none of that. She had loving parents.
Yeah.
She wasn't abused. Apparently, she was always a little bit weird.
Yeah, but she had friends and stuff. She
had friends. Yeah.
Social media.
She had boyfriends.
Yeah.
She's smart. She was in a job. Like, she's followed a career. Went through university. Apparently, did pretty good. Although they reckon that's when she started.
Well, when she was on
placement, in uni.
So I've not looked too much into it. I obviously know about her crimes and kind of her attitude afterwards, but
nothing. So this is a really strange one because it's very out of the ordinary. Like there's no clear reasoning behind it.
Yeah,
she's never said why she's done it, and there's no pattern to why she's done it. They thought they did have a pattern because they noticed that for one period when I think she did like the most killings over a certain amount of time. It was when there was this particular junior doctor on shift. So there was a theory that she was trying to get his affection and basically making him the superhero. So she's making these babies really sick. He's got to come in and save the day.
Right.
And then she can like swoon over him and like... But it's not a solid theory. Like, she's never said like, yeah, it was because I was trying to get the affection of...
She wouldn't say that, would she? Because she's obviously very aware of what she's done and what she was doing was wrong. So, like, I don't think she'd ever admit to why.
No.
Like, she'll probably plead guilty to... She did plead guilty to the crimes, didn't she? Or did she?
I don't think she did.
Because it went to trial, didn't it?
It did go to trial.
And she refused to show up.
Yeah.
For the last day, like, to see the sentencing. She refused. I hate her so much more for that. What a shit thing to do.
Yeah, it's disgusting. So she was found guilty of murdering 7 babies and attempted murder of 6 others.
Yeah.
That's the ones they had solid evidence on.
Caused like life-changing, like bad things, like illnesses to the kids.
Yeah.
Like, they got problems for life.
Yeah, so she had overdosed them on insulin, which is very hard to trace because you don't tend to look for that in an autopsy.
Yeah.
Especially because these babies wouldn't have been diabetic. There was no history of them ever needing insulin or things like that.
Insulin's produced naturally in the body anyway.
I think there was just a couple of anomalies that flagged it up. The story is fascinating. Like, honestly, go check it out because there's massive failings from the hospital that she was working at as well. There was doctors and nurses that whistle blew. They were like, she's killing babies, and they reported it. And because, the manager says because they were so short-staffed and like it felt like bullying, they made them apologise to Letby.
Oh, for accusing her.
When actually she did. But they reckon there's potentially over 80.
80?
Over 80 that she could have done. Because
if you look at the times that she's been on shift and then you look at the mortality rate,
it's high. And it goes back from when she was like first year student on placement. Like,
Jesus.
And so for 10 years she's just been, 10-ish years going around killing babies.
Like before the junior, because obviously she wouldn't have been with that junior doctor from the start.
That's what I mean. That's what makes that theory a bit thin. Like, it doesn't really fit.
It's kind of a case of she started doing it, kind of liked it, got numb to it, but kept it secret for as long as she could.
Yeah.
Now she's been caught, she's just kind of like, sorry.
Yeah. She's basically been given life imprisonment and a whole life order, which does not happen in the UK.
Yeah,
I think there's only ever been 4 ever issued.
Yeah, I think Dennis Nielsen, I think the Yorkshire Ripper.
Yeah, Yorkshire Ripper.
Got one, and
the previous woman. Oh no, did Rose West get one?
No. I think Fred West got one, and
but he didn't get to live it out because he killed himself.
Fucking coward piece of shit.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, in the UK it's super rare that life means life.
Yeah.
And with no chance of parole, and it is a shame because there's so many people that do deserve it.
Yeah.
But we're a little island with not a lot of space, and our prisons aren't very big, so we tend to get them in and kick them back out again as much as we can.
I agree in theory with that rehabilitation should be an option to criminals. Yeah,
but not to serial killers.
Not to all criminals, because there's some cases that they're not going to ever rehabilitate.
No.
Sexual predators that have got that switch in their head turned to constantly
super violent criminals.
Yeah, super violent. Just all they know is prison life and violence. Like, just the scum of humanity that shouldn't be on the streets. Like, they're a danger to grannies.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have them about.
Yeah. But yeah, my pick, Lucy Letby, the most recent and most prolific UK serial killer.
She is quite the cunt rag.
Yes, absolutely.
Butting in. These people make me angry.
Yeah.
Well, she does anyway. Ed Kemper's cool.
Probably not the most violent. Not the most violent compared to what you've picked, but I'd definitely say the most evil.
Yeah.
We're up there with the most evil.
Babies are the most innocent beings on the planet.
And
like, a baby has never done anything to anyone.
No reason at all.
Yeah.
Not even a fucked up reason.
Not even to say, I did it because it was fun. It's like, she's not even said that.
Yeah, and there's no cause. There's said there's no bad upbringing, no abuse, no this, no that. There's literally nothing.
She won't last long in prison.
No.
Someone will get to her. She's getting slashed up. Fucking hot sugar poured on her. Good.
Well, so we've got
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. So we've got Murder Castle,
H.H. Holmes,
Ed Kemper, Lucy
Baby
Letby,
Killer, and Head Full of Semen. Okay. 2.
Lucy Letby.
Quite rightly so.
Yeah.
I mean, the ones that we picked were horrendous. Like, I'd say Ed Kemper's probably more horrendous than H.H. Holmes, just for the depravity of it and the mental state of this man. But Lucy Letby, like you say, innocent babies, man.
Yeah. Fucking evil.
Fucking, I hope someone stabs her in the vagina multiple times and chops her up. This is probably really insensitive.
You've already, it's quite heavy.
I hope she suffers a lot.
Yeah.
But to listeners at home, I think if you are interested, look up all of the killers that we've mentioned and read them up, because obviously we've had to do the footnotes. We've got 10 minutes. We've
really condensed this
to tell their story like beat for beat, which I think the victims deserve. Like, we'd need hours.
Yeah.
So please look them up.
And also the motivations behind the people doing. Like you say, Lucy Letby didn't really have well, we don't know her motivation yet, but
there's no clear motivation and there's no link.
The others that we cover tonight will be extensively in-depth looks online wherever you Google their names, because so much has been written about them all, and there's far too much for us to ram into 10 minutes each. So you got what you got, bitches. Fucking do some homework, do something for yourselves for a change. Stop just eating your content and fucking and your potato waffles. Anyway, join us next time, where we'll probably be back to having a goat instead of a scrote.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is quizzy time, so give your meat a rub. We're all having fun in Wayne's Nub Hub. Let's head over to the Nub Hub. So this is a bit of a special twisted Nub Hub for our twisted subject matter of the evening. So this Nub Hub, like conventionally, we just do like straight set number of questions. However, this Nub Hub is comprised of 30 questions.
Fucking hell.
Oh, it's gone old school.
So hence why I'm trying to talk real quick. Well, not just old school, because I've also gone even further and split those questions into rounds. So we have 3 rounds of 10 questions each. Each round a different style of question.
Okay.
I guess it's the best way to describe it. So for this, we need buzzers. There's no multiple choice. If you are struggling, I might give hints if I'm feeling nice. Let's fucking crack on and see.
Okay.
Right, I've got a little buzzer, as everyone's heard already tonight. Oh shit, I fucked it. I don't have a buzzer, but it was rest in piss, pricks.
I've got a buzzer. Beep beep.
Delete. So I've deleted. Good job, I don't need a buzzer. Mr.
That's fucking well funny.
Mr. Neil, would you like to test your buzzer? Ooh, Killer Queen. Cam, press it.
I like it when they eat the willies.
You sick fuck. Of course you do. Oh, man.
Could I request very quickly to change mine?
You requesting a change?
Yes, please.
Yeah, no danger. Let's magically edit this. We're back. So, Cam, let's hear your buzzer.
Murderer. Murderer. Murderer.
Nice. Okay, oh yeah, right, so
Round one.
round one. Are you prepared, guys?
No.
Right, so this round is all about serial killers' nicknames. So as you know, when serial killers are sort of discovered, the media go into a bit of a frenzy and they label these people, often before it's known who they are, just like based on the murders and the bodies coming up.
Apart from one who gave himself a nickname.
Yeah, there's some that are really narcissistic and egotistical.
I tend to choose
fucks.
never to call them that.
Yeah.
Right, question number one. Richard Ramirez.
Murderer.
Night Stalker.
Correct, Cam. Number two, Dennis Rader.
Oh.
BTK.
Yeah.
Which pains me to say because he's the one that's fucking giving that.
May I just quickly ask, after you said the names, are there any more words in the sentences, in your questions?
No.
Okay.
Okay, bonus point for what BTK stands for.
Murderer.
Bind, torture, kill.
Correct, Cam.
Fucking... so cringe.
Question number three, Gary Ridgway.
Murderer.
The Green River Killer.
Fuck it, Kemp's been on Wikipedia today.
That's the wrong person.
Oh.
So, well spotted.
Absolute honesty, thank you very much.
Yeah, honest John over there.
Yeah.
Question number four, David Berkowitz.
Son of Sam.
Correct. You get that little point back. Question number five, John Wayne Gacy.
Oh. I had it, now it's gone.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Oh.
Was it Cannibal Clown or something like that?
You've not buzzed in, man.
I did, actually.
Oh, okay. No, it wasn't. So over to you, Mr. Neil.
It's,
fucking jumping in on it. The guy's not answered yet, man. You fucking jumping in.
It's gone. It's completely gone.
It's the Killer Clown. Number six, Ed Kemper.
Oh. Co-ed killer.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you, Kel, even though you shouldn't.
I tried to steal.
Yeah,
we're not doing steals.
No, we're not doing
Okay.
steals.
Okay.
Yeah, once the person's had a chance to
Yeah.
answer.
Okay.
No, that's cool.
Question number seven, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Murderer.
The Milwaukee Killer. He had two.
Oh,
He had
close.
two.
It's close. I'm not sure whether I can.
Milwaukee Murderer.
No, Mr. Neil, can you complete it? It's the Milwaukee Cannibal. I don't know if I could. Yeah, I'll give you that. You got.
So I'm so bad with the names.
It's cool. You're doing well so far. Question number 8. This one you won't get. Carla Homolka and Paul Bernardo.
Is it? Oh, it's the Barbie and Ken.
Yeah, the Barbie and Ken killers.
Yeah,
Well played.
that one's really fucked up.
Nice one. That is
that
fucked
one's
up.
not nice.
Question number 9. Rodney Alcala. Or Alcala.
Oh, it's is he a date night killer?
Close. It's the dating game killer.
That's the one, because he famously was on the dating game being creepy as fuck.
Yeah, he was on there and having committed a murder already.
Yeah, and he's just slimy. Ugh.
Yeah, gross. I can't give you that, I'm afraid. Oh, can I? What do you reckon, Count? I'll throw it over to you. Let's be fair.
Go on. It was an honest man earlier, so
Yeah, because you knew who it was.
Yeah.
Okay. You knew who it was. Question number 10. Ted Bundy. Itchy trigger, motherfucker. Are you going to pass it on, Count?
Yeah, I'll pass.
Or give Mr. Neil a chance?
Yeah, that's what I mean, so yeah.
See, because I've never thought, he's never had a nickname. But you did.
He did.
You gonna buzz in?
There are.
I if you've got an answer though, dickhead.
Something like the.
It's really simple. Like, as in, like the name. Not that. Oh, this is a really easy question. You fucking tards.
Was it in a no I-68?
No.
No.
The Lady Killer.
Oh.
Oh.
He was very charming as well.
So there you go. Round 1 complete.
Okay.
Camp has won that by 1 point.
Good game.
That was a good one, guys. Well done. So that brings us to round 2.
Cool.
Cause of death. So I'm going to read out serial killers. You need to tell me how they died, what their cause of death was on their death certificate. And most of these are in prison, so you can't say they were executed.
Oh.
You've got to say what method of execution.
Okay.
Bonus points for the year. For some reason, I've added the year onto here. So if you get the bonus, you get the year, you get a bonus.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Go on then.
Question number 1. We'll start with the last one, Ted Bundy.
There are.
Electric chair.
Correct. 1 point for Camp.
1978.
Nope. Okay. I'll throw it over to Mr. Neil for a bonus point.
1982.
No, 1989.
He was quite a late one.
I believe he was the last person in Florida to be executed by the electric chair.
I know why. He kept extending it because he was like, I'll help you. I'll help you find
I believe he was caught in 1986.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, they wanted to execute him sooner, but he kept prolonging it, like, I'll help you find this person. I'll tell you where they are, what their thought patterns are.
He got 3 stays of execution.
Yeah.
That's the maximum you can have.
I think he helped them, genuinely helped them once, and then the other 2 he was just bullshitting.
Yeah, he was talking absolute bollocks most of the time. Those tapes are really creepy to listen to.
Really fucked up.
Question number 2. Ed Gein. Or Gein, however you want to look at it.
Lethal Injection?
Incorrect, Mr. Camp.
There are.
Shot by police.
Nope. Natural causes.
Oh.
Can you guess a year?
No.
Most awesome year ever?
There are.
Oh,
that's a different year for me, but 1985.
It's 1984.
Oh, you fuck.
Question number 3, Dennis Nielsen.
Sorry, Nielsen. Natural cause. No.
Recently portrayed by David Tennant on television.
Fantastic portrayal.
Natural causes.
No.
Oh.
This was very specific. You're never going to get it.
Is it like lung cancer?
No. It's close though. It is cancer adjacent. It is a complication of his cancer, but he actually died from a pulmonary embolism and retroperitoneal hemorrhage in 2018. Ah, shit! Guess the month. Guess the year. But because it was because it was cancer adjacent, I'm going to give you the point.
Thanks.
Do I get the point of 2018?
No, get fucked. Question 4. Harold Shipman.
His was heart attack.
It was not.
Oh, it was not.
Hung himself.
He did, Cam. Yeah, boy. The year? You got to fucking buzz in, dickhead.
2015.
Who am I looking at? No.
2010.
No, it's 2004.
Oh, wow.
Fucking hell.
I thought it was more later than that.
Number 5, Jeffrey Dahmer. Mr. Neil.
Got his head caved in by a dumbbell / weight by another inmate.
The official cause of death.
Murder. Blunt force trauma.
I'll give you that. Beaten to death. He was beaten to death in prison by a big man.
Yes.
Give you a bonus point for the year.
I'm going to go with 1988.
Nope.
87.
Nope. 94.
Oh.
Know.
He was caught in... I think he was caught in 94 as well. Or it was the year before.
I know he wasn't in prison for long.
He wasn't. He did not serve enough time, that prick.
No.
But he did meet a very satisfying end.
He did.
Cock. Rest in piss, prick. Question number 6. Richard Ramirez.
Shot by cops.
Nope.
Electric chair.
Cancer.
Oh.
In prison. 23rd. Oh. Can anyone give me a year?
2013.
Incorrect. Yeah, it was 2013.
I was going to say.
I'll give you that, Cap.
Thank you.
No, because you could have been saying like the 23rd of.
Yeah.
Question number 7. John Wayne Gacy.
He got the chair.
Incorrect.
Natural causes.
Incorrect. It was lethal injection.
Damn it.
Can you tell me what year?
93.
Close.
Oh.
92.
Oh, wrong way.
Oh.
94.
94.
Question number 8. Albert Fish. The Grey Man.
That's an old timey one. I'm going to say he was hung.
Incorrect.
Gas chamber.
Incorrect. It was the electric chair. Can you give me a year? Buzz in if you know.
Is it like 1949?
No, other end of the Second World War. Cam?
37.
Oh, so close. It was 36.
Oh.
I always skip that one because I know enough about his story to know that I don't want to fucking know anymore.
It's one of the most horrible stories you will ever hear in your life. It's
so if on my true crime podcast when he comes up and he's normally a 4 or 5 parter, I've not got that podcast for a month.
that one. That one is haunting.
Yeah, I will not
Really
listen to that
haunting.
one.
Gross. Question number 9. H.H. Holmes.
Fucking did the thing earlier. He got me hung.
He did, Cam. Yes. Can you tell me what year though?
18. Oh.
You've read this today.
Yeah, I'm flipping. No,
You know this.
1896. Fucking check out the big dick.
Nailed it. Nailed it. And question number 10. The only female, Eileen Wuornos.
Oh, I literally read that as well.
The only female on the list.
Electric chair.
Incorrect.
Oh.
It was the other one.
Lethal injection.
Correct. You get a point. And can you tell me what year, Mr. Neil?
I'm just going to hazard a guess.
It was a year after the Trade Towers got fucked up.
2002.
Yes, fucking nailed it. Well,
Still,
I mean, you caught up there at the end of that round. Camp takes it.
Sweet.
5 points to 4 again. Let's match the first round.
It's H.H. Holmes that saved me.
So it's 2 rounds to 1.
If I win the last one.
Well, here's the twist, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wins this one is the winner.
Ooh.
That's right. It's down to the last round. The deciding round. This round is all about kill counts. So I'm going to read out serial killers' names. You've got to give me the kill count. You're buzzing in. You're going to give your guess. Closest wins.
Just confirmed kill count.
This is This is conviction. Convicted of. So how many they were convicted of, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, Ted Bundy. Yeah, Cam.
30.
Okay, Mr. Neil.
11.
Mr. Neil just snatches it because it was 20.
Ah.
Oh. Question number 2, Jeffrey Dahmer.
30.
Mr. Neil.
15.
It was 17.
I just know the list I looked at, the top one, which was about to be one of the big ones, was 30.
Okay, Harold Shipman.
Oh.
Mr. Neil.
So like fucking 250.
Confirmed that he was convicted
Oh,
of.
confirmed. 30.
Cam.
60.
Mr. Neil gets it. It was 15.
15.
Oh, I was thinking it was going to be a low number as well.
How about, for a bonus, go closest to what the estimated amount is?
515.
Mr. Neil.
250.
Mr. Neil gets that. It's 218.
Ah.
Okay, number 4, John Wayne Gacy.
18.
Okay, Cam.
37.
It's 33. Cam, you're on the board.
Hey.
Fuck yeah. Question number 5, H.H. Holmes.
27. Oh, no, fuck. He was... Can I retract that?
If you want.
Please. He was tried for one person.
Okay, Mr. Neil.
1.
You go for the same number? You can't. It's taken.
Hang on, but I can extend my answer as well. But
Go on then.
Just
quick,
to move us on.
yeah,
We've got 1 minute, man.
I'll go
Quick.
with 2.
But
2. Okay, Mr. Neil gets it. It's 20.
Oh, I thought you only got done
That's
for
wrong.
1.
Yeah.
20 to 200. That's what my research says. That's what the internet says. That I found a site, random site. Okay, question number 6, Ed Kemper.
8.
12.
Ooh, it's 10. Fuck, I'll give you both a point.
Hey.
Okay, question 7, Richard Ramirez.
Oh, I pressed
Mr.
really
Neil?
close.
No. Mr. Neil?
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
14.
Okay, Cam.
12.
Fuck, it's 13.
Oh.
You fucking dickheads. Right. Shit's getting crazy. Question number 8, Dennis Rader. Mr. Neil? I think.
22.
Okay, Cam.
11.
10. Question number 9, Ed Gein.
37.
Mr. Neil?
5.
It was 2.
I know it was suspiciously low.
It was suspected of 7.
Yeah.
Question number 10, Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer. Yeah, Cam.
40.
20.
It's 49.
Ah.
At the end of that round... Whoa, that was getting intense.
Oh, that was intense.
At the end of that round, Mr. Neil has 8 points and Kemp has a paltry 5.
45.
5.
Oh. I will graciously accept defeat, but I would like some of those numbers checked.
No, because
I'm happy for you to accept the point, because I know that some of those are completely wrong.
normally I'd be pitching a bitch fit, be like, it's a hollow victory. I'm taking it.
Mr. Neil
I have not won in so long.
has an all-important point on the poofing shiteboard
I'm
leaderboard.
still fucking dead last, but
Only by 2 points.
Yeah.
It's all to play for.
Just like today, you've just clawed back to victory. You can do it again on the bigger scale. Well played. Good game, good quiz.
Yeah, well, and Cam, as for your complaints...
Not a complaint.
You got complaints. I've noted your complaints.
Thank you.
And I'm going to tell you that I found some random websites that I've never heard of before to find this information. I did a lot of research and put a lot of effort into this quiz.
I'm sure you did.
And if you're going to fucking give me sass like that, then I'm going to call Phil.
Okay.
Simple as that.
yeah.
Fair play.
Me and Phil.
That was a good quiz. That was a really good quiz.
Yeah,
I think
really enjoyed it.
The hard thing about the last portion, about the convicted kills, is that obviously it's the ones they're convicted of, and often they're only convicted of a very small amount because the evidence has to be so rock solid that if there's any doubt in any of the others, then it puts doubt in the rest, so they only prosecute with what they've got.
If you're
100% evidence.
If you're putting a man to death, you have to be completely sure he deserves the death.
So although their kill count was probably like in the 30s or whatever, they might only get tried for like 5.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy
wild.
times. Especially when they confess to... Some of them confess to hundreds. And they get convicted of like 4, because that's the only amount of bodies they found.
Yeah.
Absolute craziness. But yeah, so that was a fun hub nub. Nub hub.
Fun hub nub.
Hub nub. I've got a hub nub. It's gone on a bit too long. I'm going to have to do some fucking chopping in this bad boy. Join us next week for Camp's Corner.
Ooh.
It's nearly time to go and our semen has been spent, but we have still got time for a Wheel of Kontent. Okay.
Hello.
Catch.
Good throw.
Good catch, man.
Thank you.
Well played.
Yeah. If you could not throw them at my testicles, that'd be great, but still.
I've been practicing at crotches recently.
Yeah, I can see.
You gonna open that fucking door or what? I'm just gonna sit there like a fucking troll.
There it is. Click. Creak.
Alright, let's head down into the basement.
Big jump on the last one.
Thanks, man. I always have to jump the last step. Just like a little boy. Welcome to the basement. Have you noticed the new addition?
Do I want to notice the new addition?
Can't just flick the light on and we'll see. Thanks, Camp.
No problems.
Is that an original painting by John Wayne Gacy?
Believe it or not, yes, it is. But to see the secret message, you have to wear these glasses.
Ooh.
Previously owned by Jeffrey Dahmer.
Ooh.
Here you go, Camp. What's the message say?
I don't know.
That's a weird message.
Yeah. I'm
This
sorry.
bit got weird. Anyway, let's go stand on our soggy rag
Ooh, there.
and stare up at the gigantic Wheel of Kontent with the poo finger penis of selection dripping the semen of selection onto the pooey tiles. Everything's gone wrong.
Oh, it's so late in the night.
We shouldn't be recording. Kemp,
Hiya.
would you mind spinning that motherfucking wheel and seeing what kind of juicy content we're going to be chatting about?
Let's give it grease up and spin a root. Would you rather?
Would you rather
No.
be executed by electric chair or lethal injection?
Ooh.
I think I'd go with lethal injection.
Yeah.
In my head canon, it's a bit less painless.
You go to
painful,
sleep.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, you just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, they fuck it up on purpose to give you excruciating death.
Well, I don't know about nitrogen moment recently.
Not well.
Really?
Yeah, so in Alabama, they executed someone via gas.
Didn't it last like 20 minutes or
15 minutes before he died. And they shouldn't have gone ahead because the UN basically said that's inhumane.
Right.
But they did it anyway, so now they're in very, very big trouble.
Is it all dependent on the cocktail that they give them? Is that what they deem inhumane? Is that
They say it took so long.
use different chemicals?
It's effectively torture. They kept his head in like nitrogen gas for like 15 minutes until he just slowly suffocated.
Yeah.
Like, that's not...
Yeah.
That's bad.
But what did he do?
I don't know. I don't know what he did.
That's the thing. I think that's all dependent on what he's done. Determines whether that's bad or not.
Punishment fits the crime.
If he's murdered children, yes. Let him suffer. It's only 15 minutes compared to whatever he's put someone else through.
Yeah.
Like, and what if he's been deemed worthy of being killed? It must be for a worthy reason.
Yeah.
However, if it is an innocent man, that's when we get into the ethical shit.
Yeah, and I think
ethical hot water.
American law isn't quite as robust as they'd like to say it is. A lot of very innocent people get put down.
Well, what judicial system is, if you look at the world as a whole.
I think because they almost gamify their system, they don't really care if they're innocent or not. They care about getting someone put in prison.
It's the
like, that's kind of their,
and it's the age-old money.
Yeah.
It's all about money.
And they have like weird private prisons and stuff.
Yeah, all the prisons are privately run, so it's like some big rich
very
guy.
Messy, yeah.
It's like taking government money to funding for his big mega prison he's built, and it's all government contracts and money flowing around. That's all it ever is, and the little people get shat on. So you've got fucking people that have been in prison for 20 odd years because they had a bag of weed on them.
Yeah.
Or because they couldn't afford the right lawyers and they wanted to make a fucking... it's just fucking bullshit.
It's very, very messy. Very, very messy. So I think until that gets tightened up, you shouldn't really be executing people.
Well, yeah. I think you should only execute people if you're certain that they're where they need to be executed.
There's a lot of doubts.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's a political question.
It is, isn't it?
It's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a last meal or a last bang?
Ooh.
You get to choose who with.
Oh, no, because I can't.
That's it, yeah.
Okay. Let's not go into those specifics then. Let's keep it vague.
If it was above board.
If you're on death row, you've been on death row for 30 years, now's finally your last day. Are you going to have a fucking amazing meal or an amazing lay?
See, part of me is like, I really want the lay, but obviously it's not going to be the best for the other person because there's a lot of emotions involved and like... chances are you're not going to be very well liked. So you're going to have this weird, like, hate sex.
If it's just like a robot, a sex robot, so there's no feelings involved, they don't know what you've done, but it's as realistic can be.
Oh, that's
has all the juices, all the functioning parts of a human.
What would you pick?
Oh, yeah. Play along at home, folks.
Yeah, play along at home.
Steak.
I
think I'd go for a steak.
And you'd have wank on it.
Yeah, I'd wank on my steak and eat my steak. And go, well, that's kind of sex.
You'd wrap it around your neck. Get your little cardboard paper and knife.
I'd be like, that's kind of weird, but at least I'll be remembered for it. He ate a semen covered steak. He ate half a steak, wanked on the other half, ate that. Let's go, boys.
Won't fuck you all in his own excrement on the walls. And then, sat there with his arms crossed.
Stared at the guard the whole time. Dead eye. Watching you, bro.
If you wanted to be a real bastard, you could order, like, satay chicken with extra peanuts. And deny them the pleasure of executing you. Just go anaphylactic.
Yes. I like it.
Just flicking up the bird as you're going down. Like,
extra peanut sauce, peanut fucking cheesecake for pudding.
Peanut butter sandwich as you start.
Yeah, a bag of peanuts.
It remember like something out of Family Guy would start walking off and go, wait a minute, it's happened.
I just order one. I just want one of those massive gallon tubs of peanut butter that you get in America. Just give me one of them.
Shove his face in.
Just handfuls of the shit. I'd smear myself in it so I look like I'd shat myself and just die. A bloated mess. On my own terms.
I've got to admit, I think I would go with the last meal because I think the last shag's a bit risky, isn't it? Like, what if it's a crap shag? What if you're only in there for two pumps?
Yeah, like, 2 pumps of the square.
It'd be a bit disappointing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Okay, you get an hour with either. Get an hour for a last meal or an hour for a bang. So you could go multiple times in an hour.
Could we have a last murder? You go one last murder.
Didn't quite get to finish my spree.
Like, if you're half decent, like, out about a little bit. So, yeah, go on.
We can't joke about these things.
No, we shouldn't. I'm sorry.
We tried to keep this serious all night, and now we're just getting silly, boys.
I'm going last meal.
We get
Last meal.
We get food.
What would you have?
Ooh, don't know what I'd have.
Shepherd's pie.
No.
What? A shepherd's pie? Are you serious?
No, mate, well, this is part one. Right, shepherd's pie, extra big fuck off chunk of it, big fuck off bit of mince at the bottom, nice wedge of potato at the top, very, very, very delicate, like sprinkle of cheese on top.
I think like
loads of gravy and shit,
pizza,
veg in it.
Maybe one last kebab wrap with wings.
I'd have a gigantic mixed grill with mac and cheese on the side.
Yeah.
And some seasoned fries.
Yeah.
In fact,
maybe not seasoned.
No, I'd have one of those deep fried onion blocks that you get at Miller and Carter Steakhouse. They're fucking delish.
Oh, yeah.
And the gravy that comes with it. Oh yeah. Fucking go to town. Gammon, lamb chops, steak, chicken, maybe a little cheeky sausage. Ooh.
But the cups that you get like large soda size, I'd have one of those, but full of Popeye's gravy. To actually go on a meal, not for me to drink. That's entirely separate.
I'd eat so much meat that when they took me to the electric chair, I'd be sweating so much they wouldn't have to put a wet sponge on me.
Yeah, the meat sweat.
They'd just put the helmet straight on, it'll just zap straight through to my brain. I'd be sweating so hard.
You'd have a heart attack while walking the Green Mile.
Yeah. Yes.
We'd have to take you down in your little Walmart scooter. Beep, beep.
Cause of death. Pulmonary embolism. Fuck you.
But if they managed to save you, if you died and then they managed to bring you back, I think your life's over. Like your life's sentence is complete then, isn't it? You died.
I think if you had a heart attack in the electric chair before they flip the switch, they'd flip the switch anyway to turn you back on and then flip it again to turn you off.
Oh, you'd hope someone in the crowd's like, it's a lie!
Just to make sure you properly suffered and fried.
Yeah.
Then again, I suppose they could still just zap the dead body, even if it didn't work, if you didn't come back alive again.
Just taser him to make sure.
Yeah. Fun times.
Give it a spin.
Give it a spin, motherfucker.
Great spin.
Thank you.
Oof.
Honourable mentions.
Honourable mentions for gigantic fucking ballsack, scumbag, dirt people, serial killers.
Got to put Ted Bundy in there.
Yeah, he was just a charming knobhead.
Yeah.
He's probably the most famous, I think.
Yeah.
Just because he didn't fit the mould of a regular serial killer.
Yeah. He had some riz, as the young ones would say.
He did definitely had some riz. And I can't believe he jumped out that courthouse window. Ran off into the mountains. Just absolute...
Fucking the stones.
Yeah. People at home, like, check out Ted Bundy. There's loads of documentaries on Netflix and stuff about him. Like, there's some really good ones out there. And, like, especially his confession tapes and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was on trial for murders in Florida. And he managed to convince, like he had such riz, he managed to convince the guards to let him use the library because he was defending himself.
Yeah.
There's like very, very famous footage of him defending himself in court, and he just doesn't have a clue what he's doing. He's just relying on pure riz, and it's not working for him.
He actually wasn't that bad.
He falls apart when he starts
does fall
getting
apart
angry.
towards the end because even the judge says, like, if under the different circumstances, like, you'd make a great lawyer.
Yeah, it's a very odd video, like weird clip.
But you're gonna die
because this guy's fucking murdered over 30 people.
Yeah,
are you for real? And convinced them to let him use the library, and it's on the second floor of the courthouse. Open window, fucking jumps.
It just runs off.
Yeah, it runs off into the mountains. I think he was out there
a few months, wasn't
it? Yeah, it was a few months. He was out in the mountains just like robbing cabins and stuff, like deserted cabins, and fucking living like a wild man until eventually he got bored and came down, didn't he? He ran out of food, ran out of places to get stuff, so he came out of the mountains, turned himself in. Otherwise, he would have been a free man again. If he could have got himself a car and stuff, he was fucking weird, mental.
Yeah.
I'd give an honourable mention just to Charles Manson, even though he was not a serial killer, but he's often lumped into them. But he's also a very interesting guy if you look into it, and lots of conspiracy theories that you can go into a deep rabbit hole.
Yeah, that one's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Have you
a
heard
lot
his
of
music?
LSD. It's fucking terrible.
It's pretty bad, isn't it?
It's so bad.
So that one that Guns N' Roses covered was alright.
I can't remember that one, but I think Dennis Wilson from the Beach Boys went down to see him, and it was like, your music's shit, just don't even bother.
Well, he had him in the studio, like he somehow ended up kind of working with him, and then Manson brought all of his cult with him, and they were just being really weird in his house, so he just booted them all out.
Oh yeah,
and then they went off and killed people.
Yeah, that triggered in his no, helter skelter. Yeah, that's a really fucking crazy story.
Yeah,
and
mental.
If you want a bit of a fun nod to it, watch the Tarantino movie. What's it? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Don't watch that. It's garbage.
It's alright.
It's fucking shit.
It's alright. I like Do you not like the Manson family stuff?
I like the ending
with Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was fucking brilliant.
Brad Pitt was awesome, but that fucking half an hour when he's on the ranch and they're building all that tension, and then it goes nowhere.
And he just leaves.
It's shit. It's so shit. I went to the pictures to see that movie. It was crap. It was such a shit movie. Brad Pitt was awesome.
Brad Pitt was amazing in every scene. So was Leo, as usual.
Yeah.
But
the ending was brilliant.
It was a bit slow and a bit pointless.
It just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
and then they had a big end fight, which was fucking fantastic.
That was great. He was fucked off his head on acid. He smoked the acid cigarette. It was so good. And then fucking Leo comes out with the flamethrower when that girl's in the pool. Dressing gown, a silk dressing gown and a flamethrower. It was a great film, man. But yeah, Manson family.
Shit film. Massively overrated film.
It was overrated because it wasn't as good as it was made out to be. But still,
I paid money to see that.
It's got good Tarantino bits in it, dialogue and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Brad Pitt was fantastic.
He fucked about with Bruce Lee there. Don't fuck about with Bruce Lee, man.
No, that was
it was
disrespectful.
It was a fun scene, but
because there's like a bit of an urban myth that fight did happen. Like there was this super famous stuntman that was hard as fuck, challenged him to a fight, and Bruce Lee did lose.
Supposedly the only person he's ever lost to.
But it's a bit of like an urban legend and whatever. Not really confirmed.
And it was more of a parody, wasn't it, in that movie?
Yeah, but they made Bruce look like a proper prick, and that was
very arrogant, and shouldn't have done that.
No.
Shouldn't have done that, Tarantino. I love you, but fucking don't fuck with the Bruce.
No.
Spin that motherfucker. Honourable mentions? You got one, Cal?
No, to be honest, I think we kind of covered them all in the main.
John Wayne Gacy. That's an insane story.
That one's wild.
Yeah.
That's
That's a very nasty one.
That's another one with a Netflix documentary, but I didn't think much to the documentary. It wasn't a very good one, in my opinion. It did have some quite chilling audio from the guy, and it was quite good telling of it, but I don't know, there's something about it. It didn't appeal to me very much.
No.
I don't know, sometimes the American documentaries, they try and build the tension and stuff a bit too much and dramatise it a bit and add sound effects and jarring music.
Yeah. There's a podcast I listened to called Morbid that did really good 3 or 4 parts on John Wayne Gacy. That one's quite interesting because one of the hosts is a morgue tech, so she works in a morgue. So she explains all the decomposition and all that kind of stuff because he just had bodies in all the crawl spaces of his house.
30 bodies in his house.
It's all just fucking rotting away, and they'd goo seeping out the walls and stuff and bugs everywhere. It's so
horrendous.
Grim. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, that guy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But so John Wayne, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
But I would like to recommend a podcast called True Crime Kent, where he doesn't cover the most obvious cases, and he covers ones that you would never have heard about. Some fairly famous ones. I think he did do one on Albert Fish, if I remember rightly.
Skipping that.
Yeah, watch out for that one. But like he covers other stuff, like sometimes not necessarily murders and stuff, but some pretty heinous shit. And but he does it with a comedy twist. And he shits on them a lot. Is like, for what they've done. So that's a good one to have a listen to. It's very entertaining.
There is a podcast I like to recommend, but I can't recall the name of it. But I do know it's done by an Australian fellow. Yeah, I do know it's done by an Australian fellow. Been doing it for quite a while now, roughly about 5 years, and he covers, again, pretty much all sorts of murders and other such heinous crimes. It's very good.
There's a lot of true crime stuff out there, but there's a lot of shit true crime stuff out there.
Yeah.
Like the Pooh Finger podcast, which is now a true crime podcast, by the way, guys.
It is. Crime okay.
Yeah, it's happening. I've just decided right now. Every week now we're going to be covering a different serial killer. Having fun and shenanigans with greatest kill of all time and all the quizzes we're going to be doing on these people.
Okay.
JK lol. Spin that wheel. Mindhunter. I suppose this could have been lumped into the honourable mentions, but if you haven't watched Mindhunter, everyone, watch fucking Mindhunter. Mr. Neil.
I need to watch it.
Watch
on my
Mindhunter.
list. It's on my list.
It is brilliant. It's quite loosely based on real life, a true crime drama about two guys in the FBI when they start noticing a pattern with serial killers. It's when the term was first coined back in the 70s. Yeah, so it's about two dudes that go and interview Ed Kemper. And as mentioned before, the guy that plays him, fucking spot on. Like, eerily, just 100% Ed Kemper. And he helps them, like, notice the patterns. He, like, tells them stories about his life, and then, like, he predicts kind of what patterns the killers are going to follow. So they start using, like, his methods that he's telling them, and they put it into practice, and they start getting on the tail of some serial killers. They start discovering more serial killers, like the people that they thought might have only murdered one person.
Yeah,
they look into their background and stuff and like apply what Ed Kemper's feeding them, and they look back and they realise they've got more victims. But they end up going and interview. They manage to convince like the big bosses to go into other prisons and interview other famous inmates, and they come across Charles Manson. The guy that plays him is fucking brilliant, and he's just like manipulating them like the whole time they're there, and he ends up with the guy's sunglasses, and the guy's like, right, you can give me my sunglasses back now. He's like, no, you've given them to me, now they're mine. And he's just like, oh shit, and like realises he's been fucking manipulated by Charles Manson. He's like, shit, he's done to me what he did to all those people to make them murder people. He's like really, really good, really well done. But yeah, just a brilliant series, and it's a shame it got cancelled. They're trying to get a third series done, because that was the intention, was to do a third series, but for some reason Netflix yanked it after season 2, even though it was one of their most highly viewed. Yeah, it's one of their most highly viewed series, and for some reason yanked it. And but yeah, people at home, check that shit out, because it's brilliant, and it's like a serial killer each week that they chat to, and all the people that play all the killers are fucking spot on. If you compare them to like the interviews, there's like I think bits at the end of each episode where they compare side by side the actual interview footage with the person, and it's creepy. Spin that wheel, Cap. Best dramatisation.
That's pretty much what we've just been on about for.
Well, no, for me, the best dramatisation that I've seen so far, it's another Netflix one, but it's the Jeffrey Dahmer one with Evan Peters.
I've yet to watch that.
Yeah, same here.
It's amazing.
I've heard it's quite spooky how close he is.
He is Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Like, his mannerisms.
You know him personally, did you?
No, I've seen the dude. I've been deep on serial killers. I've seen all the interviews, and I've seen the Jeffrey Dahmer one where he sat in prison, he's being interviewed, and he's talking, and he sat next to his dad.
Yeah.
Evan Peters is down to the T. Like, he is him, and the guy that plays his dad, I can't remember who it was. He's really famous for something else, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I think he was the dad in Step Brothers.
Oh.
I think it was that dude.
Yeah.
I'm completely blanking. Yeah.
You picture the face there.
Yeah.
I can picture him, but I can't remember his name.
Yeah. But Evan Peters, oh man, and like the way they did it as well. Like the way it's filmed, like cinematically, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And they've taken some liberties with the story. So like they've made the woman that managed to get him caught, the neighbour, they've made her living next door to him, but really they live like in separate buildings.
Yeah.
And like little things like that.
Bits,
and there was characters that were kind of merged into one to make one character, which they did with Mindhunter. Mindhunter, it was a whole team of people, but one of the characters, they merged 3 people into one. Anyway, Jeffrey Dahmer, Evan Peters as Jeffrey Dahmer. It's really good. It's not a very long series. I think it's about 8 episodes. It's like really well acted and creepy as fuck. Pretty fucking sinister.
Fair play. Can't say I've got one in particular, unfortunately.
A series, like, as a whole, I'll say David Tennant as...
I've still not seen that one yet. Dennis Nielsen.
It's one of those ones where you're watching it and you forget it's David Tennant. It's like, I'm fucking watching the guy. And
I saw a photo of the actual guy today when I was doing my research, and then it's David Tennant.
Yeah. Like, even down to the look, like, but all the mannerisms and stuff. Like, I think on the final end credits, they do like a side-by-side, because there's a lot of famous like footage of Dennis Nielsen, because he did it to play to the press. He wanted all the attention. So there's him like getting carted off into the van and stuff, and then they reenacted it, and it's literally like step for step, like exactly as it is. And then there's like the court footage, and it's spooky. That's a really good one, I think, and they tell that story really well. So you don't necessarily like see all the murders, but you see all like the aftermath and like all how he made the police and all of the judges and everything like jump through hoops. Yeah, it's fascinating. So as a story, I'd say that. But I've got to give a shout out to Zac Efron as Ted Bundy.
Yes,
I bet it was very good.
The movie's crap because they really don't tell the story very well.
It was told from the completely wrong point of view. And just like
I can see what they tried to do, because they tried to make you think that he didn't do it.
Yeah, they tried to play on his charisma and make him a good guy throughout the whole thing. And
there was moments where I'm like, I kind of like him, like, and you do kind of fall for the trap a bit. But if you know the story, then you're like, no, this is fucking way out.
They don't show you the murders, so you're just like, it's just like you say, it's just you're watching a regular dude doing regular stuff, but he's a bit weird.
Him as that character is spot on. Like, he had the charisma, but then at the end, like when the veil slips and you see his evil side, when she's there, like, you know, where's the head? Like, what did you do with the head? And he's there all smiley, like, I didn't do anything, I'm innocent. And she's like, no, fucking, she pulls out the picture, she's like, where's the fucking head? How did you do that? And his face drops, and you see it looks fucking evil, and he just draws on the window, just says hacksaw. So he cut the head off with a saw, and it's like, oh, credits. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But like, Zac Efron did such a good job.
He was spot on. Yeah. He was like the courtroom stuff. He was just like beat for beat.
Yeah.
Like, he did a great job. But yeah, like you say, the story, dog shit.
Yeah.
The way it was put together was dog shit.
But if you want to see some really good acting,
great shout.
Fair play.
What's Norm Macdonald?
Norm Macdonald was the Grey Man quiz, Albert Fish. The Grey Man joke. He's got a joke about Albert Fish, and I was going to Google it and read the joke. But I've not got time. I've not got time. But yeah, check out the Norm Macdonald's Albert Fish joke, people at home, because it's a funny one.
So
we got a flip, but it didn't stay on the board.
No.
And I ejected a pen.
You did.
Join us. Well, that was some crazy content.
It was.
Yeah. Join us next week for more content. I'm sure there'll be more.
I will.
It is time to go, and I hope you had some fun. Were you listening with your finger up your bum? So there you have it. Another So there you have it. Another mighty fine episode of the Pooh Finger Podcast. Well, we tried to be as serious as we could. I hope we didn't step on any toes and disrespect any memories. If we did, it was completely unintentional.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, I really enjoyed that because, as I say, I've been a bit of a serial killer nerd and like a weird curiosity for it for quite a while now, and it does interest me the mind of a killer.
It is a really fascinating topic. As much as it's very morbid and a very dark topic. There's so much to learn and think about.
Oh yeah, definitely. The more you read about them, the more you realise, well, if they had just only had access to all this information, they could have got away with it. Yeah.
Or if they just had this little bit of help, then they might not have done what they did.
Yeah.
There's a lot of...
There's always a turning point.
There's always,
There's a turning point in every story of a serial killer when they finally go over the line. Some people have never been violent to anyone in their lives, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's there and they've got the taste. They've fantasised about it and then they go for it. Other people, they've always been violent, but they've just never tipped it over the edge.
Yeah.
And that tipping point is always an interesting point in the story. But again, I can fucking waffle for ages. This episode is probably already longer than it should be. But thank you for everyone for listening along. Yes. What did you think? Did you like the more serious topics and subject? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Let us know. Where can they let us know, Cam?
All socials at PoohFingerPod.
Correct. And maybe they might want to drop us an email with some suggestions for topics for an episode, maybe.
Maybe like an email. Why not a Gmail? PoohFingerPodcast@gmail.com.
Fucking why not? Nailed it. Check us out everywhere. Next week we're going to be... What's going on? Why are you guys chuckling?
Nothing.
What did I do? Did I show my face?
Everything.
No. I'm just quite proud of us.
I all of a sudden got very aware that you guys were looking at me.
I was impressed that Kemp been spitting bars.
Yeah, well, that was fucking fluid.
Thank you.
Bodily fluid. Check us out next week. We're gonna another bit of a off-topic thing for us because normally we're like nerdy and game culture and that kind of shit. But we're going for some conspiracy theories. So something where we don't have to be respectful of the subject matter, and we can fucking talk shit about idiots for an hour or so.
Yes.
That believe crazy things. Yes. I mean, it's gonna be fun. Tune in next time. Play along at home.
Play along at home.
We didn't play along at home at all.
But you can't really play along at home without murderers, can you?
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point.
Yeah, if it can't be. We do not condone.
Play along with our quiz.
Those actions. Yeah.
Bye.
Till next time. Bye.
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 I can't remember when I've had a more pleasant day.